Yo, what's up? My name is Cait and I play bass. And I know it's been a while since the last time we saw each other's faces. I haven't seen the face of any of you, but you know what I mean. It's been a while. I've been very busy, and quick update, as you can see, I'm in a new studio. I'm always changing something in every video, but right now I'm in my new studio and I intend to keep in this studio for a while, a long while. So it's gonna be really fun, all the stuff I'm gonna be making in this studio that I was really busy building it and configuring all stuff and building some furniture for it and all that stuff, and preparing things with my new band that it's gonna be a blast. Soon, I promise, soon we are gonna have really nice news with this new project, and I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how my band, Kyoshi Warrior, how do we make our band practice a lot much better, and we're also able to record everything that we are practicing, so we can check it out later. And this is a method to have individual in-ear monitoring, and every single member of the band have a different mix, and that's very important to do, because sometimes the singer needs to hear only his voice and the guitar or the piano, and sometimes me, the bass player, I prefer to have I personally like to have all the instruments in my mix. However, I give preference to the bass drum, the hi-hat, and my bass, so I can follow the rhythm better. But I have all the other instruments on the background. They are sounding on my mix, but they are on my background. And most important, I love, as you can see here, I love the metronome. This little fella and I, we have a truly amazing relationship. So I have the click track always bashing on my ear in front of everything, so that gives me comfort, that makes me feel safer when I'm playing the bass. So if everybody is following the same click track and everybody is having on their headphones their own mix from the same source, and that's important, we are all receiving a different mix but from the same source, what we are playing. We are having immediate playback of what we are playing without expending a lot of money, because there are a ton of YouTube tutorials that explain how to make an in-ear monitoring system for a band, and they are so expensive. Even the ones that say on a budget, they are not on a budget. Not if you are like me from a third world country. You know, I'm from Mexico. I'm speaking in English because I want to reach a wider audience, but I'm from Mexico. I live in Mexico. I work in Mexico, and I pay my bills with Mexican money, and it's not a lot of money, because rent is way up higher than it should be, because you know all the real estate crisis that we're having in all the world. Here in Mexico is really bad. So I cannot afford to pay a shit ton of money for in-ear monitoring, so I had to create, design, and build my own in-ear monitoring on a real tight budget, and it works, and I have five mixes, and I could have more, but I prefer to have 5. I only need 4. The band is a 4-piece band, so I don't need much more, but well, I have 5 just in case I have 5 auxiliary outputs on my interface without using a physical mixing console. And this is the real deal. This is the secret. We are using a computer with Reaper, that it's a free software that you can run on almost every operating system. Every real operating system. It runs on Mac, it runs on Windows, and a lot of Linux distributions. I have used this on Ubuntu and I loved it. And I love Ubuntu, but for work reasons, because I'm a freelancer also, I need to use Windows. And I hate it. I hate Windows with all my heart, but anyway, I'm gonna show you how to do this on Windows. I have another PC with Linux, and later on I'm gonna teach you how to make things on Linux and why you should try out Linux for musical purposes, mostly if you are intending to bring this live, and why Linux is better than Windows on that, and knowing that we are on a budget and we cannot afford a MacBook, it's better to keep it simple, right? So anyway, let's go right into it. I'm on the PC. This is my personal preset. I configured Reaper, and that's something that I love about Reaper. It's truly amazing how you can personalize everything. Everything. You can personalize it here on Reaper. So that's amazing. I love it so much. But this is my personal preset that I made with this technique that I'm about to show you. So I'm gonna start a new project from zero. And I forgot that I configured it to every new project. It's gonna be with this configuration. So let me erase everything now. It's in blank. It's blank. So let's start with some channels. First, how many channels do you need? It depends on your band. My band is a 4-piece band. It's vocals, it's keyboards, drums, and bass. Vocals, we have 4 vocals. We have 1 lead vocal. It's an amazing singer. I'm so happy to have this new singer on the band. But the rest of the band, we have some experience in choir and all that stuff. So we are making backing up vocals, and that's really important. So we have 4 channels for voice. I'm gonna keep the counting right here. 4 channels for voice, 1 channel for bass, 1 channel for guitar, 1 channel for keyboard, and the rest for drums. We are currently just using 1 track for drums because we are using an 80-20-20 for the drums, just because we are rehearsing, we are having band practice, we are not recording a live session, so we don't need more. So just 1 channel for the drums, but for now, okay? We are keeping it simple. I'm gonna teach you with 4 tracks how does this work. So we are having 4 in tracks. So insert how many tracks? 4. You can do this in almost any DAW. I believe that you cannot do this on GarageBand because you cannot have auxiliary sends on GarageBand. But its bigger brother, Logic Pro, I'm pretty sure that you can do this. So it doesn't matter if you are not using Reaper. I'm using Reaper right now because it's easier to explain it on Reaper. But if you have Cubase or any other DAW, you can do it on any other DAW. The steps are the same. The only thing that changes is where are the buttons, okay? So 4 tracks, and I'm gonna call it in just for the moment. And number 1, it's gonna be voice. Number 2, it's gonna be guitar. Number 3, it's gonna be bass. And number 4, it's gonna be drums, okay? So I'm gonna record some sample stuff out of camera, but before that, I'm gonna build all the channels, okay, all right? So all the ins, I like to have them all grouped in just one single track, that is the in, just in tracks. Everything that it's coming into the computer, what it's going into the DAW, it's conglomerated here, so it's easier to just press a button and having all organized. If we start organizing from scratch, it's easier later on. It's really hard to try to organize everything as we just place a lot of tracks. So just to keep it simple, on the go, we are gonna be organizing everything, okay? So these are the ins, and we are gonna have 4 outs because we have 4-piece band, okay? So multiple tracks, it's gonna be 4, and it's gonna be mids out, okay? So I'm gonna move this right here, and let me place just a new track so I can have all the outs organized. Mids out. Now I'm using an 8-channel interface. I believe it's well, it's a Behringer. It's UCM, God knows what. But it's a Behringer. It's a cheap ass one. I bought it on Thomann. I recommend buying on Thomann even if you're not on the European Union, because it's pretty good and they have good prices and good products. And if you distribute your well, you're buying with other people, you can just like having real cheap. Later on, I'm gonna make a video about living in Latin America or in America or away from Europe and the experience of buying on Thomann, and it's pretty good. So I bought this Behringer one, and it wasn't that expensive. So I'm gonna put the price tag here, right here, later on the future. Future Cait is gonna do that. It's not my problem right now. So let's do this. I'm gonna have the first one here, the first channel, input mono for the voice, right here. Now, I deactivate this now. I'm just activating it for the program to recognize that I'm gonna use it and ask me, it's gonna ask me what channel am I gonna use. So guitar, I have it on my current hardware. I have it on the channel number 5. All right, it doesn't have to be the same channel you're using. It doesn't matter. I'm using the channel number 5 for guitar because of reasons. Okay, later on I'm gonna make a explanation of all my hardware. Maybe in a new video I would like to make a video focusing only on hardware. Right now we are focusing on the DAW. Okay, so the bass, I have it on the 6, and the drums, I have it on the track number 7. The keyboards are in 8, and I have other MIDI stuff. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm gonna be using MIDI drums, just because right now I don't have the drum kit here. The drummer took the drum set because she wanted to improve some stuff, change some stuff, and I don't know what she wanted to do with her drum set, so she moved the drum set and we're drumless right now on the studio set. I'm gonna be using just for this tutorial. It doesn't matter, as long as it emits sounds, it works for this tutorial, okay? So now the important thing here are the sends. We are gonna move here into this area, okay? The area of the mix. This mix is the important thing here is that we are gonna move the ins into the outs. So we are directing the in one, that is voice, we are sending it to mix out one. So the person that is gonna be receiving that out is gonna receive that, but we want it on mix out 2 and mix out 3 and mix out 4. All right, we want it there. Remember, this works only if your interface has multiple outs. I recommend investing on an interface that has multiple ins and multiple outs. I truly suggest that instead of buying directly a mixer, because a mixer that has capabilities for recording separate tracks, it's gonna be too expensive. So a interface with multiple ins and outs, it's way more cheaper than a mixer with ins and outs. So, and what I'm going to show you, it can be used on a live set. So just keep this in mind. Maybe I won't be covering all of this in just one video. I'm gonna be making more videos about this because it's really complex. I designed this and it took me a while to design this system, but I want to share all of it, and I want to share all my secrets with you because I don't give a damn about my secrets, okay? I want everybody to be able to do what I do without spending a shit ton of money. So we are gonna do the same with guitar send. It's not hardware output, be aware of that. It's not a hardware output, it's a send, okay? We're sending this to the mix. So mix 1, mix 2, let's just speed run this thing. And the bass, I believe that, forget about that. I said nothing. Mix out 1, mix out 2, mix out 3, mix out 4. And the drums is gonna be the same. Mix out 1, mix out 2, mix out 3, mix out 4. And now the important thing is that how are we using these sends? I'm gonna show you later on when I record out of camera how this is sending audio from here, from each individual track. It's sending audio to the mixes, okay? Now, this mix, if you click here on the sends and out on the receives tab, you're gonna see that it's receiving all of this. It's receiving the in, voice, the guitar, the bass, and the drums. And this has its own mix that won't affect at all. It won't affect at all what is going on here. It's gonna be affecting only what is coming to this mix. So we can move the gain and the panning of all of it, or we can even mute this channel if we don't want to hear the annoying voice of the singer or something like that. So this is the magic going on. Now here we want to send this to the real world, not the digital world. We have ended, we have finished with the digital world. Now we want to send this to the real world. So add new hardware output, and this is where it gets kind of tricky, okay? Myself, this is what works for me. It might work for you different because you might have different hardware, okay? With my Behringer, the best thing to do is to send the mix 1 to output number 3 in mono, because these are the outputs on stereo. I'm gonna ignore all the stereo things right now. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna send to mono channel 3. Why? Because I have 1 and 2 sending in stereo to the PA. So if we want to take this set live, it's easy because we can just send the PA out that's going to the speakers, the loudspeakers, and the venue is gonna get the sound of the whole band all mixed together without the click track and without other tracks that we don't want to send them. So they are gonna receive only what we want to send them. And we can have a click track that won't be annoying anybody, and we will have it on our 2 ears. And that's why I'm sending everything on mono. As I'm sending everything to mono, I'm duplicating the stereo track. Instead of sending right and left, I'm sending the same mono to the right and the left. So right and left ear, I'm receiving the same thing. It's not really pleasant to listen to music in mono. It's better to listen to music in stereo, but we are not listening to music. We are making music. We are working. Okay? Let me repeat. We are working. So keep this mindset. It won't be a pleasure drive to listen to this, and it won't sound amazing on your mix. It will sound raw. It will sound what it needs to sound. It will sound like, well, it will sound like it's your job. All right, so we are working here. So output 3. So in mono, we are gonna do the same here, but instead of output 3, we are gonna send it to 4. And then the 3, we are sending it to 5. And the 4, we are sending it to 6. And that's all by now. Why am I choosing these channels? Because of my hardware, this works for me. It depends on the hardware you have. Remember that what works for me doesn't mean that will work for you. Now, I'm gonna turn off the camera for a little in order to make some cracks here so you can see how this works. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. So now with the magic of editing, now we have a song. Instead of recording, I decided to just use some MIDI, and the drums, well, it is Easy Drummer. The bass, I sampled my own bass earlier this morning. It sounds, I'm not sharing the audio from the computer because it's not the important thing right now. It doesn't matter how does it sounds on the PC. What matters is how does it sounds on your headphones. So what you are able to listen right now, what is filtering right now into this lavalier microphone, it's what is sounding on our PA, on the band's PA. We have some speakers around the studio that you're gonna be able to listen to. You are not listening to the output directly from the PC, but the output from the speakers into my microphone. So this is what it sounds like. It doesn't matter that it doesn't have the best sound quality, because it's not the important thing right now to have sound quality, not for the matter of this tutorial. The important thing here is to be able to use ins and outs to monitor your band. Okay, so I have this sample. But what happens if we turn on the metronome? And this is where the fun begins, you know. So what's up with the metronome? I surely just got something because I was really good in something and then I forgot something. So let's go. Now with the magic of editing again, we are gonna use the metronome, and if we click here and play it, we are gonna hear the metronome on the PA. And that's not good. You don't want the audience to hear the metronome. Even though this little fella is the love of my life, I don't want the audience to know her. So, who needs the metronome? Musicians need the metronome. The audience doesn't need a metronome. So, we want to share the metronome only and only with the musicians. And what are the musicians hearing? What is on their headphones, on our headphones. Okay, these are not ideal for this, but this is what am I using, because I think it looks pretty cool when the lights are off, because I attached this thing here, and now it used to have now it has RGB lights because it's a gamer headset, and it's from Star Wars. It's Ahsoka Tano and limited edition, and yes, I'm just bragging about that. But yeah, it's not the ideal thing. The ideal thing is having something like this. These are the singers one, because they are discreet and they're actually pretty. But well, that doesn't matter right now. The thing that is important right now is to be able to receive audio right here. So, we are currently receiving audio. What is going into this section, if you see this moving, this down here moving, it means that it's receiving audio. And it's sending the audio right here. If I put the headset here, maybe you are able to hear it. I don't know. But the thing is that I want the metronome here, but not here. And currently the metronome is not going into here. It's going to the PA, and we don't want that. So let's click on the metronome. On Reaper, we right-click on the metronome, so we are able to configure it. Now, we see that it has the same icon that this. So we click here. Remember, you can do this on your own DAW. And later on, you can just select the tracks. These are the hardware outputs: 3, 4, and 5. And 6. Why 3, 4, 5, and 6? Again, because my hardware is like this, and this is where I am sending audio to the headphones, okay? But I don't want it on the PA. What do I do? Well, see this one? 1 and 2, that it's the stereo out. That is going to the PA. I don't want it, so I dismark it. I just click here, and now it's off. And if I play here, you won't hear the metronome on the PA, but it is here. Yeah, you can trust me. I cannot show you, because the important thing on this tutorial is you are able to use the headphones. Okay, so you gotta trust me. And later on, I'm gonna show you how I configured my hardware to create this monitoring system with a lot of tape, in order to use this method without spending a lot of money. But that's gonna be on the next video. Just if you like, subscribe, comment, and share, and feed the algorithm. Feed the mother freaking algorithm, please. Just do it. You know you want to do it. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Have a nice day. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you want to know more, and let me know anything you want to tell me. And thank you very much for watching this video. I'm gonna try to make more of these videos, and I'm gonna try to make them more often. So until the next time, bass.